We have to decide what we want to see, which desires we want to affirm as we have to consider who we want to be, what defines and guides us as we call our country free. We have to decide, hay que decidir qué intenciones queremos in this Nike Pepsi beer commercial fantasy we see on television. Let's be clear, there's a war on for our minds, and one weapon is fear. Una guerra de las mentes, nos atacan con temor y con tantas fantasías, and at our country's borderlines we implement decisions based on who we think we are. En las fronteras vemos quiénes somos. Si vamos a gritar a los que quieren trabajar por muchas horas y cuidar a sus niños y familia, that's horribly bizarre. If we yell at those who want to raise a family and work hard, then what are the alternatives? Hay que considerar las alternativas. Would we prefer people's children starve? ¿Preferimos que no coman? Hay que orientarnos en el mundo que queremos construir en el futuro. Which values do we value? And how can we secure those? Cuando los valores más básicos de la vida conflictúan con las leyes y con la política, entonces la pregunta, the question here remains, ¿cuál tiene que cambiar and which one has to change? We have to decide what we want to see, which desires we want to affirm as we. We have to consider who we want to be, what defines and guides us as we call our country free. Hay que decidir qué queremos ver, qué valores hay que defender y crecer, ¿me entienden? Aunque sea documentado si se puede, undocumented dreams must be made possible today. Y para los que pidan por justicia, ashe. And for all those who plead for justice, love will find a way. Y para los con miedo del cambio, yo sé. I know that change can make us all afraid, but when you see the truth about the history of this water, air, and land, el agua y el aire y la tierra where we stand, comprendes que no somos separados. We are one human family tree con raíces sagrados. A tree can be a weapon or a wall, a shelter or a source of sustenance. A family can wound you in a dozen different tongues, but no matter where you're from, you're here now. And when the world's turned upside down, the soil's fertile ground. Entonces hoy que planteamos, que sembramos en el campo, que vamos a crecer, how can we grow together? Ambos manos sostiene poder, the power you hold and we hold, the people, el pueblo unido.